People are probably looking at our YouTube and going, "It's two guys in Alabama hats and Alabama stuff," and
We're
but
back.
the title is NFL picks. I'm so confused.
Yeah, we're trying to multitask here. Of course, we're 1 week
Wait,
deep.
Rod,
What?
what are we doing?
Oh, I don't know how we forget this every
The
time.
most important part of the show. Like we
I don't
literally
want to say
can't
the
go on.
most important part, but it is pretty. Yeah, it's up there. I
It's
like
up
feel
there.
it.
It's up
Yeah.
there, like right up there with bathroom breaks and alcohol.
Okay.
Okay, all right, didn't work.
That was
That's fine.
funny.
Yeah, okay. All right, so ready? Without further ado,
Here we go.
here we
Herb's
go.
already, but guys, Herb's already smiling too. He can't wait for
I
the intro
really,
music.
it's exciting. I might just end the show after this.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Intro music.
I mean, it gets better every time, right?
Yes, it does. It does. It made you turn your hat backwards.
Only because it was like my face looked really dark. Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you want me to be
Always,
honest.
you want to blame it on the lighting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could blame it on the rain. Somebody else did that.
Are you
And without
okay?
further ado, so by the time this gets posted, everyone's listening. The first NFL game will be tonight.
Yes.
Bills and the Rams. What a great way! And I'm so sorry. I'm coming out to Dallas and then Austin for the Alabama game. But
Can't
the
wait.
down part of that is that means in the middle of the Bills and Rams game, which should be a great one, I will be traveling tomorrow night. So
Right.
I think I'll be able to catch the first half, but then you got to convince other people like, hey, I know we're like traveling and doing stuff. Could you just be quiet for a minute? Let me watch the game.
I know. I thought about that, and I thought like maybe on the plane can you kind of watch it, but it just depends on what plane. Okay. Because sometimes you can watch like live TV on some planes, so I didn't know if that was going to be your scenario or not. So
right, we'll see. If this was a Bama game, I'd be figuring out. Well, we wouldn't be flying
the plane wouldn't go anywhere until you figure that
out. Yeah. So, Bills and Rams.
Yep.
Rams obviously coming off a Super Bowl win.
Yep.
Bills the favorite right now to win the Super Bowl. My gut immediately says Bills got to take this one.
Let me ask you a question before I give you my answer. What is the big reason for Buffalo being such a heavy favorite this year? Is it? I know Josh Allen's back; he's got bigger and better. What other factors are playing into them? Because it's not just us, but it's not just me. I picked them to win the Super Bowl myself. But what's going into that?
I think the defense was already number one in takeaways last year. So you had a good defense, one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. I think there's still a contingent that feels like if the Bills had beaten Kansas City, which they probably should have. They beat Cincinnati and they're in the Super Bowl last year.
And they may not have to worry about Kansas City this year because Tyreek Hill's gone. And I'm not saying
Kansas City's where Tyreek Hill ended up too. So
no, you remember. He's in the 305. He's in the 305 with Tua.
Did you even know
greatest offense in the history of the?
Did you even know it was 305 before her?
Yeah, duh, I knew that for a long time. Okay. Yeah. And Tyreek Hill tour was going to go down.
Okay, can we talk about Bills Rams, or are we just like, all right, are you LeBron?
I got a little excited.
You're pulling a LeBron.
Got a little excited. Sorry about that. Okay. Speaking of LeBron, I mean, not went to 4 championships with in Miami, but
but that's fine. It's okay.
I've got one on order. It'll be here in 2024.
Anyway, that's why the Bills.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Rams in this game. I'm just going to pick the Rams in this game. They've got home. So
start off the season 0-1. That's fine.
They're going to start off 1-0. I mean, they got the returning offense. What is Odell doing right now? Is he still just floating around?
I don't think he's signing with the Rams. He's going.
I don't think he's signed either.
But he's not healthy enough to. He's not healthy enough for this game anyway.
Yeah, not saying he's going to play anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Rams this year, and I'm interested to see Bobby Wagner now with the Rams and see just how he fits in with the defense too. So I think they're going to have a pretty dominant defense. So got. Of course, the best defense player in the league. I think 3-time defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. Of course, Jalen Ramsey, the quarterback, who's still one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Matt Stafford, the whole team, and not to mention Cooper Kupp, who won the Triple Crown last year in receiving. I'm going to take the Rams, but I do think
your stat staff is like hard at work, huh? They've been preparing.
You know what? I took them to Raising Cane's this past weekend, and I did. It was Arby's, but now I'm take Raising Cane's. And they went to work the past 2 days, so they're giving me these stats, and I'm like,
congrats to them. Congrats to them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm picking the Bills.
But I do think it's going to be an exciting matchup. It's a heck of a Thursday night. I think last year's Thursday night game was Tampa Bay and Dallas, and that was actually a really, really good game.
Right, because Tom Brady never loses to Dallas, so I can predict that Tom Brady won that game again.
So after this game,
so Bills, I'm picking the Bills. You're picking the Rams. I feel like the Bills, if they really want to be taken serious this year, they've got to kick it off with a win.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
That takes us to Sunday.
Okay,
Ravens and Jets.
Ravens into the Jets. Oh, come on. Are we
just pick the Ravens?
I'm going to pick the Ravens. Yeah, Jets are. Zach Wilson is not playing, correct? I think we got that confirmed today. Yes. He's out game one. Even with Zach Wilson, I don't think they stand a chance to play Baltimore. So the Jets are going to have another off year. And I'm also interested to see if they try to move on from Zach Wilson after this year and try to get one of these quarterbacks in the first round. I don't know what their first round draft picks look like for 2023, but I don't know. Are they just going to give them a shot and see what happens? But we'll see.
I think they should still have all their draft capital. They didn't give up a lot, I don't think, to get Zach Wilson. But we'll have to have a Jets fan on here. Yes, we do know a Jets fan. We met one during a preview of NFL the other day, and
pretty cool guy.
People really came after me when I insulted the Jets. So apparently there's a huge Jets contingent out there. So.
I'm pretty sure they have a pretty large following as well. So
yes, do they have a plethora of fans?
I didn't get that far.
Okay,
I didn't say plethora yet. Yeah, you can't say it until I say it.
My bad. I apologize. Whoever just told me to say plethora is fired.
Yeah, fire him. Yeah. We have no problem firing anybody, do we?
We really don't. You know, because we have no budget, so every time we fire somebody, I get an extra meal at Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Even though we don't even have one here.
Where you can go and you can get a plethora of chicken fingers and fries.
Oh, wow. They better endorse us at this point.
Please, Raising Cane's. All right, sauce. Okay, I'm sorry.
The discarded bowl, Panthers and the Browns.
Oh, I'm going to go with Carolina in this one, and I've already mentioned this. I think Baker Mayfield is going to go off and try to have a monster game, and I wouldn't be surprised if throughout the game when he's doing good plays, if he looks over at the sideline from Cleveland and says and waves or something, people go, "Oh, he's cocky." Like, no, deep down inside, I'm upset, and I would be if I was him too. Like, you guys gave up on me. Look what you did, and look at the position Cleveland's in right now. So I'm here in Carolina. I'm going to go and show out.
Yeah. Baker's going for 400 in this game.
Oh yeah.
And he'll be deep in the fourth quarter. They're up 30. He's still going to be throwing back.
Throw the ball.
I'm picking the Panthers also in that one. Colts and Texans. I mean, how do you not pick the Colts, right?
You know what? What Houston has. What does Houston have?
Mills.
What?
Mills at quarterback.
Oh, Davis Mills? I meant like good things, like things that might help him in this game.
It's at home.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I'm going to take the Colts. I don't think this is a game we need to really delve into. So, we're both taking the Colts.
We were doing a viewer's guide. You would not be we might do a viewer's guide. That's not the game you picked.
Right.
All right. Jaguars at Commanders. I'm surprised the line is so short. I guess because it's
what is the line on this one? I don't have
2.5 in favor of the Commanders.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville in this game. Just to ruffle a few feathers. I think Washington's gonna have. I think Washington is probably gonna have a better defense, but I'm interested to see how Trevor Lawrence does in his sophomore year, and I think he's gonna have a pretty good year, and I think he's got ATN back there, running back as well too. So that'll be interesting to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jacksonville. And you?
I'm going with the Commanders. This seems like an easy pick. Defense smothering. Carson Wentz gonna win the MVP this year. Comeback player of the year. Okay, but I'm still picking the Commanders.
Okay. And speaking of the Commanders, shout out to Brian Robinson. Hope he's getting better and getting
healthy.
Hopefully hope to see him play sometime later on this year.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a ridiculous situation, and I'm glad.
Very unfortunate. Okay. Yeah.
So a team that one of the games that nobody cares about at all, the Panthers at the Dolphins. I don't even know anybody. Yeah, Patriots. I'm sorry, at the Dolphins. I can't think of a person who's a fan of either team. So
you're gonna lie to all of our followers just like that?
I am.
You are. Listen, you know who I'm picking, and I can get
you got an Alabama hat on. I have no idea who you're picking.
Miami Dolphins quarterback. What school did he go to? Oh. Well, hey, the Patriots quarterback, I guess. What school he goes to. Anyway, I mean, obviously, I'm picking the Dolphins. You know that already. I think this is going to be. We swept. We being Miami Dolphins swept New England last year. I think we're going to have a good chance to sweep them again this year. I don't know. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to see Mac Jones do good in the league. Obviously, he's out. Him being an
I would like
Alabama
to see him
guy.
do well in the league.
You're right. Your mom. Sorry, mom. Sorry about that. I would like to see him perform well in the league, but in this specific game, I'm going to go ahead and go with my Miami Dolphins. Fins up.
I don't like the changes that the Patriots made in the offseason. It seems like they still don't even know who's calling plays. And if you're Miami,
right.
These are one of those games like you can't let slip by.
Right.
You're already in tough enough with the Bills. You know you probably have no shot at the division. You got to beat the Patriots.
I was about to say that, this is one of those seasons where they can't let any of these little games just squeak by and lose by a couple points. They need to win as many games as they can, especially if they're going to get that number two spot in the division and get the wild card.
Exactly.
And we're not going to say we can't beat Buffalo and take the AFC East. We're not going to say that.
We'll see when they pick those two games if you pick them to win either one of them.
Whatever.
All right, Saints and the Falcons. I'm surprised this line isn't like double digits. The Falcons could be pretty bad, 5.5
for New Orleans.
Yeah. As long as Jameis keeps showing improvement, like I feel like this is a cakewalk for the Saints.
Do you think Jameis's best years are behind him though?
I don't think he's had his best years yet, so no.
Okay, so you think he might make a pretty good progression this year?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Cool. I think that team has got something to prove. The defense is playing at a high level. And I don't think you're in a position, like in a spot where you're thinking, Jameis, we got to score 30 to win every game.
Right.
I think the defense, the whole team's down enough to where you're like, look, we just need you to be good, not great.
Right.
And so I think they'll get that. And it's kind of like the situation with the Dolphins. The Saints got to beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
So they just have to. So I'm picking the Saints.
I got the Saints too. I think the only good thing going with Atlanta is Kyle Pitts is probably one of the best tight ends in the league, young tight end. But I don't feel comfortable with having. Who do they have? Mariota back there throwing him the ball. I don't see.
Ritter will be starting by midseason, I think.
Yeah. Guy from Cincinnati, Desmond Ritter.
All right, next up, I've got the Eagles and Lions. I mean, Eagles should take this.
Eagles, come on.
It's almost the same reasoning as all these.
First of all, we're talking about the Lions. Shout out to Hoda.
We love
you, bro. Hoda, Hoda.
To win this one though. Sorry.
Yeah, we apologize, man. We are going to pick the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith.
Jalen Hurts starts off his MVP campaign with this game.
Yep, he starts it off.
Yes.
You think Jalen Hurts is? You think that could happen?
He's going to finish in the top 5 in the voting.
Okay, I could see that happening. And I've already mentioned that. Of course, I want the Cowboys to win the division, but there's a good chance that Philly can take the division this year.
Yep. And in our podcast coming up, and I guess by the time people listen, it's a day or two, we'll have a full in NFL preview where we pick all our teams and stuff like that.
Yes.
We'll also be in Austin, so if anybody wants to buy a drink in Austin, we'll be there too.
Yes, please shout out to anybody in Austin who wants to support the Herbert Raj podcast. We will be out somewhere. Hopefully, we'll do a shoot Friday night,
butt naked.
And then.
All right, so the Steelers and the Bengals.
Oh my God! So Cincinnati coming off of a trip to the Super Bowl last year where they played a heck of a game, and I don't think anybody really picked Cincinnati to even make it as far as they did. I'm going to go with Cincinnati at home.
As far as Steelers on the road, baby, go ahead.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Who are they starting? Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. Did he stop going by Mitchell so he would? Like, does he sound better? I don't know. But he'll get hurt in the first quarter, and Kenny Pickett will come in, and he'll throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and win them this game.
I was about to say, I don't think it's going to take longer than the season to see Kenny Pickett play. I mean, they really don't have too much to lose. This is still, I think Pittsburgh's still in somewhat of a rebuilding phase. They have the running back, have some good players on defense, but they don't really have that quarterback. I think Mitch Trubisky is more of like a bridge type quarterback. So whenever they find the next guy, and it is a
bridge quarter,
I told you, man. You take these people to Raising Cane's, man.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
But I think Pittsburgh's going to still be rebuilding for the next maybe 1 or 2 seasons. But Cincinnati is going to take this specific game.
All right, I'm picking the Steelers. And in the last 12 o'clock game, the 49ers at the Bears. This one of those I mean, Trey Lance. should do well, but obviously they don't have that much faith in him because they re-signed Garoppolo or kept Garoppolo.
Right.
But the Bears have done nothing.
And they were able to keep Garoppolo for a cheaper amount, correct?
Yeah.
Like,
they said, hey, man, if we give you a couple less bucks, you should stay. And he was like, whatever, dog.
Yeah. I'm taking San Francisco on this.
Yeah, I am. Only because the Bears are awful and they did have you ever seen a team support their young quarterback less than what they did?
I don't know what they did with him or for him, and I don't know if they really, really believe in him. So
yeah,
I don't know. And Justin Fields seems like a good kid, and I think he could be a good quarterback. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm taking the 49ers as well.
Yeah.
Packers at the Vikings.
This will be interesting.
I'll take the Vikings at home.
I'm actually going to take the Vikings too.
I'm
actually interested to see how Aaron Rodgers gels with his new receiving core without Devontae Adams there. I think it was Alan Lazard and a couple other guys out there. That's more what I'm interested to see, and I think it's going to take time. And I think you're going to see Aaron Rodgers get a little frustrated. With that being said, I'm taking Minnesota at home.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I'm taking Minnesota at home to win this one. I think Packers still might win the division. I'll mull that one over for another day, but I'm taking the Vikings to start off the season right. Yep. And the Packers always just seem to trip up early and God, what's it back there? Always seems to start off with some interview where he's like, "Oh,
Aaron Rodgers
is going to start off with some interview where like, oh, everything's fine, don't worry about it." So, but
we're good.
Taking the Vikings.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Yes, I'm gonna go smoke some.
Well, actually, it happened last year. He said we were good, and they turned out they had a pretty good season.
That's why I think their long term has nothing to do with this game.
Right.
And I think this game is probably more important for the Vikings than it is for them.
So, just a quick side note: how much longer do you think Aaron Rodgers will actually play?
3 more years.
3?
Yeah.
I was going to say about 2. And I think it's going to depend on what happens this season. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl this year. And I think after that, he's going to get to the point. He's like, dude, I don't know what else to do.
Have I hit my ceiling? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yep. Unfortunately, they are a great regular season team and not a great playoff team.
Right.
That's it. The Chiefs and the Cardinals. This is one of those, if DeAndre Hopkins was playing,
you'd pick the
I
Cardinals?
might want to pick the Cardinals, but they're awful without him. And the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, so I'm taking the Chiefs because of the Chiefs.
And how long is Hopkins out for? Let's remind everybody. 6 games. Okay.
Right. So the Cardinals always start off the year great and end terribly, but their best weapon is out. So they're going to start off the year terribly, end the year terribly, and just be terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs too. I'm going to see what I do want to see what the Chiefs do as far as not necessarily replacing Tyreek Hill, because I don't think there's a replacement for that, but to see how well Mahomes spreads the ball.
Did he end up on the Patriots? I can't ever remember what team Hill ended up on.
The disrespect is getting to a level that I don't know if I could tolerate it anymore. I gave you this really good intro music. I gave a shout out to Raising Cane's. I'm gonna let this one slide because you're my brother.
Okay, I appreciate you.
We both
Tyreek Hill appreciates you wherever he is. All right, so you were talking about the Chiefs are definitely going to beat the Cardinals.
Let's just go to the next game.
Raiders.
Yes,
the Raiders at the Chargers.
This is going to be a good game.
Making some good moves. Yeah, this would probably be the game at 3:00 I wanted to watch.
Chargers got Khalil Mack too.
But one of the best young quarterbacks.
Yep. I think what the Chargers still need is another receiver. I wouldn't mind seeing them get like a nice young receiver over there to help out Justin Herbert a little bit. But in this game, I'm going with Vegas. I'm going to go with the Raiders. What about you?
The Chargers. I think they win. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a tight one. I think it's definitely not a blowout. I think you're looking for some good fourth quarter plays. Be interesting to see how Carr and Adams really gel. But I think I'll take the Chargers early on in this one.
And speaking of the Chargers, I had Justin Herbert as my starting quarterback in last year's fantasy football league, in which I won and came in first place and defeated Herb and everybody else.
And came in first
place.
The
next game. So the next game we're talking about.
And what are you drafting this year? 14th? How do you feel?
I'm 14th. I feel horrible, but like
somebody pointed out last year you were 13th and won.
Last year I was 13th and I won. And I wasn't even at home during the draft. I think Sydney was driving. We were at a friend's house, and I just got lucky, got Herbert, then I got Jonathan Taylor.
And if you get somebody named Herbert, you're going to win.
Oh my goodness.
I can't tell you. Can you tell I'm posing?
Who is managing the comedic aspect of our staff, of our show?
It's me. I fired everybody else and kept all the money for myself.
Okay. I can't blame you there.
Yeah, that's why the jokes are always on point.
All right, what do you think about this Sunday night game?
Wait, so you're going to skip the Giants and Titans? You just don't even care? Okay,
we're both picking the Titans.
So Tampa Bay, as I mentioned, I was reading an article earlier today which said that Tom Brady never loses to the Cowboys. So I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Cowboys. Boom.
Since the Cowboys are the second team that I cheer for, and my wife and we have a lot of friends and family members that root for the Cowboys, I'm going with the Cowboys. I do have a feeling that
they won't win.
No, they're going to win this game. Cowboys are going to win this game, but it's going to be rough. And I want to know, I want to see how much pressure they're going to be able to put on Tom Brady with the starting center out. And I don't know. That's all I can say about the game. I just want Dallas to win. I hope Dallas wins.
Is high, huh?
I heard Zeke lost a few pounds, so I'm also curious to see what he does back there with Tony Pollard. But I've already mentioned previously that I think Zeke has kind of reached his peak too. And I don't know what else.
Are you going to say anything about the team that you're picking to win?
Dak Prescott is a really nice guy.
He does
really good at the post-game conferences. Speaks well, just knows what he's talking about. He's a great leader.
All right, so
Amari Cooper's gone too, huh?
Broncos and Seahawks on Monday night.
Oh,
since you can't think of a single good reason why you're picking I'm picking the Buccaneers, by the way.
All right, that's fine. You can have that. Monday night, we're both picking Denver. This is Russell Wilson's year. I really just want to see that very first connection between him and Jerry Jeudy. I think they could work out and make a nice little tandem throughout the year. Seattle, they don't know what. I guess they're starting Geno Smith. I mean, it was either him or Drew Lockett. I like Geno better, to be honest.
You used to call Drew Lockett.
Yeah.
Drew Lock, that's fine.
Drew Lock.
Nobody cares. Oh, Not even his family will be worried about that one.
Isn't Tyler Lockett on the Seahawks though?
Yes.
No wonder.
they're not related, if that's what you're asking.
I'm sorry.
Drew Lock and Tyler Lockett are not related.
Yeah, so. But I think Denver's gonna have the better team on both sides of the ball, and I think Denver's gonna win this game.
Agreed. It's a terrible Monday night game.
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson throws for 300 yards. Russell Westbrook probably throws for 300 yards too against Seattle. But either way, Denver's winning.
Yeah, I agree.
All righty. So those are the picks.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Can't wait. So how excited are you for NFL compared to college football?
Zero. Like, it's not even close.
Right. Yeah. I was about to say there's no comparison.
If I miss every game on Sunday and just have to follow the scores, then I'm okay with it.
I 100% agree with you. I could do that. Because the game that we're probably going to get on for 12 o'clock is probably going to be like Houston and the Colts. I'm really screwed there.
Yep. So, well, all right, Raj, appreciate you. Good picks. Well, mine were good. Yours were picks. That's nice.
Everybody sounds for their opinion.
Yeah. Usually mine's just better than others. So for Herb and Raj, podcast will be coming out later this week. I guess as you're listening to this, maybe tomorrow.
Yep.
And we'll have a full NFL preview. And then we'll also preview getting ready for us being in Austin.
Yes, Austin, Texas.
For the Alabama and Texas game. So Rod, Herb, I guess. Only one way to end the show.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I like to do.
Cue it in.
3, 2, 1. Outro music. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.